Namaste. Hi there. It's me, Stacey Lei, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga and thank you for joining me. Today's session is a floor flow, and what that means is that we'll practice all of our postures on your mat or carpet. So please make sure you have a comfortable, clean, safe environment to lay down on. You should have one yoga block. If you don't have a block, you can use a thick book or something else in your house that will give you a little boost. And also a small hand towel from your kitchen or from your bathroom will help you to stay more comfortable throughout the entire class today. So if you're ready to get started, let's lower down to the ground together. I'd like you to split your legs like this and then place your front hand onto your front thigh. Bend your back leg and take your time lowering down. There's no rush at all. You can place your towel off to the side for now, and then move your block off to the side. Sit sideways and then lower all the way down. We'll begin in supine, in other words, on our backs. So you can roll over onto your back, get comfortable, and then once you're settled, take your block in its lowest position and widest position, and you'll lift your hips and place the block right under your tailbone, and then you can hold on to the block with your fingertips. Take your feet wider than your hips and then just start to swoosh them gently from side to side. So we're not forcing anything, you're just starting to get some movement going in your lower back, in your hips. I really enjoy starting yoga classes on the floor. It reminds us that we are fully supported, that we can slow down, things don't have to hurt in order to work. It's a nice, gentle, and relaxing start to our session. Return into the center, point your toes away from you, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, lift your hips up off the block, and now we'll get into more active exercises. So squeeze your seat, lift your hips nice and high. You should feel a good stretch in the front of your hips. I'd like you to relax the muscles in your face and your neck. And even though you're working down here, you should be relaxed in your face. Nice long exhale will help that along. Lower your hips back down to the block. And now lift your left leg up and place your ankle onto your knee. Flex your ankle hard so that you're pushing through your heel. And then you can stay here and feel this nice hip opener in your left side. Or if you prefer, you can lift your right leg off the floor. And you'll feel a deeper stretch into your glutes, your butt muscle. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Now just place your foot back down on the ground, separate your feet again, and lift your hips up. Now this time, as you hold this bridge position, I'd like you to rock your head from one side to the other side. So just very gentle and easy through your neck. If you feel as though you want to hold on one side, feel free to. Now lower your hips back down, lift your right leg up, place your ankle onto your thigh, and press your knee away from you. You can stay here if you'd like, or lift your leg up so your left leg comes off the ground. You'll feel a deeper stretch this way. Please take a deep breath in and say, just allow the stretch. This is more of a passive stretch, right? We're letting gravity do its work here. Now bring your foot back down and uncross your leg and lift your hips up just for a second and remove your block. Lower your hips down and extend your legs out. Hold on to the block with both hands and now reach your arms over your head and stretch from your hands to your feet. Stretch and squeeze all your muscles And now say, and just relax. Cross your left foot over your right ankle. And now slide the block over to the right. So this is banana stretch to the right. And when we practice banana, you'll feel a deep stretch all along the left side of your body as you make the shape of a banana. Now you can uncross your foot, slide the block back into the center, and we'll go to the other side now. So cross your right leg over your left leg and slide the block over to the left. And take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Feel your side body stretch. Uncross your leg, please, and then bring the block back overhead. You can lift it up and bring it to your chest. Now fold your legs again. Now cross your left ankle over your right knee, just like we did before, but this time you'll use the block differently. You'll place the block on the inside of your thigh. And if you need a little bit more leverage, you can place it the long way as well. So now you're just gently nudging your knee away from you. So be firm, but please be kind. This shouldn't hurt. You should just feel a nice deep stretch in your hips and maybe in your glutes a little bit. Exhale deeply and just notice the difference, a little change from the same stretch that we did before. We just approached it differently. Sometimes using the block will give us some assistance in the postures. So soften this press and uncross your legs, and now let's do the other side. So cross your right ankle onto your left thigh, and then place the block onto your thigh, and apply some gentle pressure. A deep breath in, and a long exhale. Okay, now remove the block. And I'd like you to place your right foot, so you're going to let this whole structure, your lower body structure, this figure 4, tilt and drop over towards the left side. You'll feel a stretch through your torso, maybe deeper in your glute. This is a variation of the supine twist. You can keep your hands on your rib cage, or maybe it will feel good for you to open up your arms and gaze over to your right hand. Please take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Roll your head back into the center. Fold your arms if you need to. Now, it might be helpful for you to use your hands as you roll back into the center. Uncross your leg, and now cross your left leg on top. And then you'll tilt this entire structure down to the floor so that your left foot is on the floor. Just like before, you can keep your hands on your rib cage or slide your arms out. And for a deeper stretch, you can turn your head and look towards your left hand. Please take a deep breath in here. And exhale, just relax. And roll your head back to the center. Now uncross your legs and stack them one on top of the other. And now you'll continue to roll over onto this side and sit your body upright. Please take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Now move yourself over onto your mat if you're not there already, and take your block and place it out in front of you. You can use your towel underneath your knees for a little bit of extra padding. And I'd like you to bring your knees wide and your toes together. And now sit your hips all the way back towards your hips. You You can sway them from side to side a little bit. So we're moving into a variation of child's pose. And you can place your forehead right onto this block in front of you. And then just reach your arms out in front of you and inhale and exhale. Settle your hips down. Inhale and exhale. Now please turn your palms up to face the ceiling. Your thumbs pointed to the sides of the room. And if it feels more comfortable for you, you can take your hands wider so that you're making a V shape, a V like victory. And just relax into this posture. Now flip your palms down and press yourself up. I'd like you to press up to your knees and then fold your toes so that your feet are folded and giving you a little bit more support. And if your foot starts to cramp, you can unfold your foot, of course, okay? But see what you can do for now. And then you'll take the block with you. So now you're up on your knees, and you'll take the block into its wide position and press it down behind you. And now draw your shoulders back and start to press your palms into the block. And you'll feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. Lift your heart forward a little bit and lift your chin up and enjoy this nice version of our modified camel pose. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, you can relax your grip on the block and bring it out in front of you. And place your left hand down and then place your right fingers behind your head. And twist your body open to the right. And then draw your right elbow to touch your left elbow. Let's do that again. Open. And twist. One more time. Now this time, you'll feed your arm through. The exercise is called thread the needle. So you'll feed your arm through and rest your shoulder onto the block. Now, if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can remove the block. If it does feel comfortable, you might enjoy allowing your head to hang gently off the block and just relax down. Inhale. And exhale. You should be feeling a fairly deep twist through your torso, definitely through your shoulders. Right now, your left hand is in front of your face. I'd like you to press your body up using your left hand and then return to tabletop. Now, if you're not using a block, you'll just simply stay here on this towel. And if you are using a block, and you can try it and see if you like it, you'll place your block long ways underneath your right shin. Okay, so you can see how I'm still maintaining this foot fold. And it will really depend on what type of block you have. If yours is very sturdy or you're using a book, this might not be comfortable for you. But let's just see how it goes. If you're on your block, you're going to lean onto your right shin and extend your left leg back. Make sure you have a nice supportive posture, so bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And then you'll sweep your right arm forward. And maybe try lifting your back leg up. You can lower back down again to catch your balance. And you can continue trying just to lift and lower down. And you'll feel that your right leg is doing a lot of work right now. And here's another option for you. Draw your elbow in to touch your knee. And then extend out. Let's do that 2 more times. Touch and extend. And one more time, you're deep into your yoga now, aren't you? Breathing deeply and relax both hands down, please. Some of the postures get a little bit challenging. You just have to believe that with practice, you can achieve your goals, right? So just be patient with yourself. Now we'll slide your left leg out to the side and then slide it back. And if you're on this block, you'll have lots of space to be able to slide and then slide back. And this time you'll slide and hold. We're going to press up to gate pose. Gate pose. Now you can stay right where you are. I'm just going to turn my body so that you can see what this looks like. One shin is on the block, the other leg is out, wide. And you bring your hands behind your head and tip gently from one side to the other side. Tip one side and then the other side. Stop that. All right. And now bring your hands back down and support yourself. And slide your leg out a little bit further and feel your inner thighs stretching. And take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Now slide your leg back behind you. Place your foot on the floor and step your right foot off the block in downward facing dog. A deep breath in. And a long exhale, press your heels closer to the ground. Maybe bend and straighten your knees a few times. And now lower your knees all the way down to the ground. You can sit up, shake your hands out if you'd like to. I'd like you to move the block to the back of your space. And then you'll turn towards me and have a seat on your block. And you can crisscross your ankles. Maybe your ankles are out in front of you, or maybe they're close. Continue just working through your hands, giving yourself a little bit of a rest here. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale, reach all the way up. Separate your hands and then draw your elbows to your torso. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Reach your arms up. Let's do that again. Exhale, draw your elbows down. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Inhale, reach up. Now bring your right hand down by your side and stretch over to the right. Do your best to anchor your left hip onto the block. Okay, so try to keep your left butt cheek anchored down. Now inhale, reach your arms up overhead and stretch over to your left side. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, reach up and over. Now stretch your arms wide out to the sides. Sit very tall. And now twist to your right. One hand comes across your thigh. Your back hand can hold on to the block, or you can keep your fingers just on the floor. The choice is yours. And exhale through your middle back and then through your upper back. Exhale. Inhale, return to me, please. Come back to center, and let's do this on the other side. One hand across. Exhale your lower back, then your middle back, then your upper back. Inhale into the center, and then exhale, relax your arms down. Okay, I'd like you to roll forward off the block. And now we're going to practice our series on the other side. Okay, so you'll start with the block in front of you. You might remember we started this way with child's pose. So come back to child's pose, toes together. You can, of course, bring your towel underneath your knees. Rest your forehead onto the block if it doesn't quite reach the ground. A deep breath in, and as you exhale, settle into your hips. This is a very relaxing and restorative pose. Please flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Press your thumbs out wide to the sides of the room. A deep breath in. A long exhale. Slide your hands in towards your body and press yourself up to your knees. You can fold your toes under if that serves you, if it feels good to your feet. I love to fold my toes and stretch my feet. You'll pick up your block and take it back behind you. Okay, remember, if this is a little bit too challenging on your knees, you can pad your knees with your towel, okay? And now just press into the block, lift your chest up. So you notice that I'm not popping my rib cage forward. I'm pretty stacked, my shoulder to my rib cage down to my hips. But as I press back into the block with my hands, I can feel my shoulder blades retracting and my chest opening. Hopefully you feel the same. Chin comes up just a little bit. You can engage your seat and press your hips forward. And now soften away from this posture. You could place the block down in front of you. So you want to place it sideways and then come back to tabletop. Bring your left fingers behind your head and you'll twist open to the left and then draw your elbow to your other elbow. Do that again, please. Twist open and close. And this is the time we're going to thread the needle. Twist open and then feed your arm through with your palm up. You might need to take a few steps like I just did towards the block so that you can rest your shoulder onto the block and relax your head down. Now, this posture certainly requires some micro adjusting. So take some small movements. Work yourself into the posture in a way that feels really good to your body. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so your right hand is just in front of your face. You're going to press into that hand to press you back up. And then you'll move your block long ways. So the long position underneath your left shin. Remember, that's optional, okay? And then you can fold your toes if you'd like. Reach forward with your left arm and reach your right leg back. And maybe you'll lift up in balance. And then lower down, catch your balance. Maybe reposition your body. Let's try it again. Lift up and down. Now here's another option. Like we did on the other side, you can lift up and draw your elbow into your knee. Wow, this is a nice strong exercise for us today, isn't it? Reach and pull. Last time. Reach. Just believe in your practice. And then you could bring your hand down. Extend your leg back behind you once again and slide it. Slide it out to the side and then slide it back. So you can keep your foot on the ground or you can let it hover just above the ground, whatever feels better for you. I kind of like the way the slide feels. Then you'll take your leg out to the side very wide. And when it feels good to you, you might come up into gate pose. One leg is straight, the other leg is on the block, your hands are behind your head. You can give yourself a gentle bend from one side to the other side. And maybe you're doing the same exercise with me, but not on the block, and that's still perfect. Okay, come back to the center. Bring your hands down to the floor. Slide your leg back behind you, and then press back to plank, and then downward facing dog. You can pedal through your heels one at a time. Bend one knee, and then bend the other knee. And you can shake your head no and nod your head yes. Please be sure that you're exhaling deeply, right? So if you feel that pressure building up in your face, you just start to exhale. That's a very important part of our practice. And then lower your knees down to the floor. And just like before, we'll move the block back to the back of your mat. And then take a seat. Wow, what an adventure we've had today. So many different postures. Now from here, you can bring your feet together into butterfly pose. And allow your hips to start to open up. And if you want to give yourself a very gentle massage, go for it. And you can hold on to your knees or your shins. I'd like you to turn your head to the right, and then center, and then to the left, and center 2 more times. And now return to me and bring your right ear to your shoulder, so tilt, and then lift and tilt. We usually don't bring a lot of attention to stretching our neck in yoga, but you've done a lot of neck stretching today. Lift up and lift up. Okay, now that we've spent a little bit of time in butterfly, now we're going to go into straddle posture. Eek. Let's see how we do. Just straighten your legs out in front of you. That's it. And because you're up here on the block, you could start to tilt your pelvis forward just a little bit. So rather than sitting directly on top of the block, tilt forward just a little bit so that you're tipping off the block. And that will give your hips a little bit more space. Now see if you can make your legs straight. And then flex your feet very hard. I hope my feet aren't too dirty. I was camping this weekend. Let's see. Spread your toes very wide. Keep your spine long and hinge forward just a bit. So you're just hinging from your hips, tipping forward. Almost like you're going to fall, but you won't. And keep your fingertips down in front of you and hinge, hinge, hinge forward. And now hinge back up and fold your left leg towards your right leg. And then you can keep your right hand on your thigh or on your shin. Reach your left arm up and stretch wide over to the side. If you'd like to, you could turn your head and look towards the ceiling. A little more neck work. You'll feel some deep stretching on the left side of your body. All the preparation that we've done has brought you right here, right now. Sweep your arm up and down. And then you can lean back a little bit and switch your legs. So your left leg is very straight. You're pressing through your heels. Sit up nice and tall and place your hand on your thigh or on your shin, whatever's best. Your right arm reaches up and then you stretch over to the side. And you'll feel your skin stretching along your rib cage. You could draw your elbow back a little bit. Look towards the ceiling. Find a gentle sparkle behind your eyes. And inhale, reach all the way up. Crisscross your legs once again, please. And now we'll give a quick stretch over to the right. It feels so gentle compared to that deep stretching that we just did. And now over to the left. And now sit up nice and tall and twist to your right. And then twist to your left. And return back to me, please. Now we'll roll off the block. We're going to stand up together, okay? Come on onto your mat. And then step your right foot forward. Bring 2 hands to your right thigh. And when you're ready, just press up. Once you're up here with me, you could take your feet apart wide and place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top of that. Please remember, you can believe in your practice. The more you practice, the more flexible your body will get, the stronger you'll become. You'll become more comfortable with all the postures that we practice. And you know, sometimes you might have a class that feels a little bit different. But you can achieve any goals with practice, especially when it comes to yoga. Say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up today. You're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you are moving in the right direction. I hope you had a good experience with me. It was an honor and privilege to guide you today. I look forward to next time.